That's right. Sales and selling. Selling and sales. Wait a minute. There we go. Got to just adjust myself over here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Super excited to have you here. In fact, it is Super Tuesday. So I'm really super excited to have you here. And we are going to be talking about sales and selling. Selling and sales. And Ken Walls is in the house. He is here. He is ready. We're going to make this interactive. We're going to have some fun. Let me, in fact, pull up how you can join us, because this is going to be another interactive Facebook Live. And if you want to hop on camera, once again, for this live broadcast, getinherenow.com. And you're on, oops, there you are. You're on the David Newman Network. You're on DNN. You're not on CNN. You're on DNN. And if you want to join me, you want to hop on, you want to get in here and show your face, and we'll talk about sales, selling. We've got some contests. We've got some giveaways. I've got some book recommendations. Man, oh man, get a beverage. Get a beverage. Strap in. This is going to be good. Getinherenow.com if you want to come on with me live. That is happening right here, right now. And of course, the first guy to take me up on it is Dr. Professor Admiral Ken Walls.
What's up?
How are you, buddy?
Oh, I got to fix my settings, dude. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's trying to pick up my green screen in the background. There.
Is that better?
Yeah, my green screen is back here. Well, it's one of those pop-ups.
I am so glad you're here, because I'm doing my first giveaway. I need you to coach me through it.
Hey, I'm going to make it simple. I win.
Okay, I like that. I am giving away, and this is all coming out of Ken's program, I am giving away advanced reader copies. These are collector's items now of the speaking book. And I want to give one away to someone who's watching live. And I want to give another one away to somebody who's watching the replay. And Ken, what do they have to do? They have to comment. They have to interact. They have to share this video. And we're going to tally all of this up. And the most interactive, the most sharing, most generous, most amazing people will get one of these mailed to your door.
Yeah.
What did I forget? Did I forget?
Share this, comment,
share this video.
Joe Ingram is you didn't learn from the last time.
Is he causing trouble again?
Of course he is.
No, yeah, Joe, we didn't learn from last time.
No.
We didn't learn from last time.
Dude, so you got to get people to share. Like, whoever shares this the most, it's not just on Facebook. You can share it to Instagram stories. You can share it to Twitter. You can share it to everywhere. Go comment on people's YouTube videos and share it there. Like, share it everywhere. That's number one. Number two, they have to tag you in the share. So if you're sharing it on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, tag the one and only Dr. David Newman Jr. the third.
That's it.
And share. Hey, Joe, share it on Periscope and tag David Newman. If you don't do that, like, you got to do all of this, right? Like, you have to do all the steps. If you don't do all the steps, your chances of winning are 0.
That's true. And this is for folks that are going to come on live, folks that share on all the platforms.
That's right.
Like, throw us some thumbs up, throw us some hearts.
Hallelujah.
Do all that great stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. And we're doing a contest. We're doing a giveaway. Where did I learn all this crazy stuff?
You know, another thing, dude, that I would do if I were you.
Yes.
Is how important is the list?
The list?
The list. Yeah, the list.
It's pretty important.
The email list.
Pretty important.
So here's this look, and David does show favoritism. I know him well. He shows favoritism. I'm just being honest.
Big time.
And so if you were to go over to David's website and sign up for his email newsletter that I'm sure he has up on his website for you to be able to do, that probably increases your chances. And let's talk about something like, dude, your book is in the top, it's in the top like 50 books of all time for sales or something, right?
That's the first book, right? That's the Do It Marketing book.
Oh, well, that still makes you one of the top authors on planet Earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude.
I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to
agree. And you're going to get, are you going to sign it?
Would that increase or decrease its value on eBay?
Well, it would, when you die, it'll be, the value will be like higher probably, assuming you continue to do good things with your life.
Yeah. Let's keep this one simple. Let's assume they'll be unsigned.
Unsigned.
Yeah, that way people can sign it themselves.
But it's so much more valuable.
All right. I'm even going to sign the book. I'm going to sign the book. But you have to share this out. Facebook, YouTube Live. We're on YouTube Live right now. We are on Periscope right now. Share, like, comment. Let's get this interactive. But let's start talking about sales.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, opt in. Watch the webinar that we have out there at doitmarketing.com/webinar.
Yes.
I want to see your name all over everything, and then you will get a signed advanced reader copy of speaking to add to your collection.
That's pretty cool.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Can we talk about sales?
Sure. Let's talk about it.
So the reason I'm doing this, and I put this in the description here, is that I just came back from a conference whose focus was on sales. And we had some fantastic speakers, but people in the audience were mystified. They were like, it was like you showed them fire or something. It's like, wow, really? Like you have to talk to prospects? You have to add value? You have to have a human-to-human conversation? And the answer is yes. You have to have a human-to-human conversation.
You do?
I think so. I think so. And then, Ken, what's been your experience, good, bad, and ugly, with sales and selling?
Well, let's start with the bad. The bad was back when I first got into selling, and I was like, I just thought that my magnetic personality was going to do it all, and it didn't. And so I had to learn how to sell, right? So this was 30 years ago. I started reading Zig Ziglar's books, listening to his tapes. And Jeffrey Gitomer came along a little bit later, reading his books, The Little Red Book of Selling. Thank you. Which I have somewhere here in my, here. Oh, snap. What's up? So, Jeffrey Gitomer, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, man, his psychology of so at first I went out and it was like I was like a bull in a china shop, man. I was trying to figure it out. I thought, man, if I just go out there and work harder than everybody else and I'm really excited, then people will buy from me. And it just didn't. I mean, I made some sales because of that, but it isn't how I developed a professional sales career. And I had to learn. When you say, let me ask you, when you say it was like you were showing them fire for the first time, like why? What were these not sales professionals in the room? Oh, they weren't.
Speakers and consultants.
Oh, good Lord.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So let's do some book recommendations. Let's plug our man, Jeffrey Gitomer. Everyone watching this needs to read this forwards, backwards, and upside down 2 separate times.
Absolutely.
And anything that Gitomer writes, you got to get your hands on.
Amen.
So we're talking about The Sales Manifesto.
That is a great book.
We're talking about 21.5 Unbreakable Laws.
Amen.
We're talking about my original copy. This isn't the original edition, but this is like from 2003.
Wow.
This is 17 years old. I keep it within arm's reach. It is the Sales Bible. Don't get confused. Go to Amazon now. The cover is now blue. It's not this beautiful big gold thing. But yeah, I got dog-eared pages. I got bookmarks in here. I was a sales train wreck before reading this book.
Yep.
And anything that our good buddy Gittimer puts out is worth it. And let me give you two more.
Yeah.
Mark Hunter, who's one of the presenters at this thing, High Profit Selling.
Yep.
Look at that. Win the sale without compromising on price. How many people are good at doing that? And feel free to comment. Comment it up, for God's sakes. Is this your problem? That you cave on price? You don't know your value? You undersell, underprice? And then Mark's other book, High Profit Prospecting, which is, of course, the #1 dreaded strategy. Nobody likes prospecting. Nobody does prospecting. You don't know how to do it. You're afraid of it. You're making me nuts. Get your hands on this book as well.
Yep.
Powerful strategies to find the best leads and drive breakthrough sales results. Boom. There it is. That's your sales library. So that will help you with your ability to sell. How about your willingness to sell? Because that's the other part of this.
Willingness is huge. Here's what I've found, though. You know, I keep hearing, you know, some people are like, you don't have to love what you do. You just have to, you know, go after it. I don't know about that. I hear people say, once you find your purpose and your, you know, passion for what you want to do and love to do, then everything's going to just happen for you and blah, blah, blah. And I don't agree with that either. I think you have to, like, obviously you have to be able to get excited about the product or the service that you're selling. You have to believe in it. Right? You have to believe in it. If I'm going to sell work for a Lexus car dealership, probably would be beneficial if I actually drove a Lexus, right?
Yeah.
I had to check on my Amazon device to make sure I didn't set her off. But because I was saying a name very similar to hers and she doesn't like that for some reason. But you know, I think that you do have to believe in what you're selling for sure. You have to believe in it. And I think that a lot of speakers and trainers don't necessarily completely believe in what they're selling.
That's true. That's true. So it's an imposter syndrome, confidence problem.
Yep.
You know, who am I to be selling this? Who am I to be an expert? Who am I to think I can show these big companies or this very smart person how to run their business or whatever it is? And I think everyone needs to also get in touch with their unique value in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Right? You can't be a generalist. You can't be spray and pray. Every prospect is a good prospect. I always like to ask people, who are you built to serve? Right? Why did the heavens above create you?
Yeah.
Who are you? Who's your mission? Who's your target tribe, audience, constituency that you love working with, that you are dedicating your entire professional life to helping? Because those are the people that will see your value more so than any Tom, Dick, Harry, or Jane on the street.
Well, and I think that, look, there's been many times in my life, and Joe is 1000% correct, by the way. I believe that completely. But there's been many times in my career where, you know, I was like, oh, I believe in this product or this service or whatever. And then, you know, the company goes defunct or whatever. And then it's like, okay, well, now I have to find something else to believe in. Right. And so it's all a process, right? There's no, like, you know, it comes down to, for me, it was like, well, if I'm going to work for a company and the chance of them, Joe might be the winner. I mean, I think he already tagged us on
Slam dunk. It's over. It's already over.
I know. But if I'm going to be, you know, if there's a chance that a company could go out of business or they could go whatever, like, I eventually came to the conclusion that I'm going to have to make this happen for me. I'm going to have to work for me And then it comes down to what you were talking about, that imposter syndrome, and you know, am I good enough? Should I really be doing this? And all of that nonsense. And you just have to grind through it. You have to grind through it, man. It's not easy. It's not easy to get through all that.
It's like anything else. I mean, it's like working out. It's like having a discipline. It's like, you know, hey, I'm swearing off carbs, and that lasts for about 20 minutes. Then you're like, ooh, cookie.
Right.
It needs some mental toughness, right?
It does, man. It really does. I agree. Hey, listen, I hate to do this. I got to run.
Yeah.
I have a meeting here in a little bit, and I still need to eat lunch, and it's
you do your thing, and we're gonna get all kinds of, God forbid Joe's gonna come on. I
hope he does, man. I hope he does. He's an awesome dude. So, and he knows selling for sure.
Yeah.
So, hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. And I appreciate all the goodies in the Grow Live course. People need to get their hands on that as well.
They do. Hey, you know, your special code is still active.
Ooh, okay. Promote that momentarily.
You can throw it out there if you want. All right. Hey, listen, I appreciate you, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ken. All right, gang. What else are you thinking? What else are you thinking? If you want to join me, you want to hop on live right here, right now, Tuesday, March 3rd, Super Tuesday, 2:17 Eastern Time in the United States of America. 2:17 is what the time is right now. We are doing a giveaway. The giveaway is for a signed advanced reader copy of Do It Speaking, but you got to share this out. You got to share this out. You got to share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube Live, share it on Periscope, share it wherever. Share it, link it, do all that cool stuff. Jump into the comments, interact with me, interact with Joe Ingram when Joe Ingram's going to come on here in a minute. Like, share, tag me when you share it so I can see that you tag me. And then the winner is going to get a copy of Do It Speaking. And we'll also do the same thing with the replay folks. So the replay folks, if you're watching this on the replay, you still qualify for the contest. We're doing one live giveaway and one replay giveaway for the folks that share, comment, and just show some love, share some love on this Facebook Live broadcast. If you want to join me, you want to hop on right here, right now, 2:18 Eastern United States time, Tuesday, March 3rd. That's when this is happening. It's going to take you to StreamYard. StreamYard is the platform that we're broadcasting from right now. It's going to ask you to share your camera, share your microphone. You're going to come on with me, just like you saw Ken Walls come on, and we're going to talk it up. We're going to chat it up here about sales and selling, sales challenges, sales obstacles, sales mindset, skill set, and tool set. If you want to hop in, it's getinherenow.com. Get in here. Get in here now. Get in here now. Getinherenow.com. That's where to go. And let me just share a couple of things, actually. This book, Little Red Book of Selling, I originally picked this up in 2003. It is a first edition, and it's a signed first edition. Very exciting. And if you want sort of a one-stop shop to get you going, this is the book that you want to start with. Meanwhile, Joe Ingram is in his car. Let's catch up with Joe. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic, David Newman. How about yourself? I wanted to wait till Ken got off of there because we damn near broke the internet last time with all the sexy on one screen.
Yeah.
So I just did that. But I'm at a dealership out here. I'm walking in to talk with the owner about setting up some training. But I was like, I have to jump on, support David Newman. He's my new best friend.
Well, let's talk about this. And I know that you're like the wisecracking king here of Facebook Live, but I do want to tap into your sales genius because you make a huge impact on the clients that you serve. When you're about to walk into this dealership, and some of these folks are seasoned sales veterans, and they're probably doing some things right and some things wrong. There's some newbies that are like, oh my gosh, how did I get into this job? And they've got, phone aversion. They've got all kinds of sales craziness. How do you help unpack the bad habits of the seasoned veterans and install some good habits in the newer folks?
So the first key, especially we're dealing with some old car dogs, right, is that I've taken people that weren't in the car business and brought them in as trainers, and I've made them over time very successful. But the biggest issue you have is credibility with the salesperson themselves. So if you haven't walked the walk, then they automatically don't want to deal with you. And so they get that a lot from the factory. So whatever factory it is, they grab a kid right out of college and then they throw them out there and say, go teach these guys how to do it. And they have no respect for them. They have no desire to actually help them. So with me, I've taken 2 dealerships to 1,000 cars a month. And so when I walk into a dealership that's selling 100, 150 cars a month, and then I get to quote Grant and I go, well, I've 10X'd the business that you're currently operating at, right? And the average new car dealership sells 108 cars a month. So it's one of those things where I have to immediately start with my own credibility. That comes after the first part. Every time I go in and I sit down to train people, I put them all in a room together for that initial training. And the first thing I do is start with the video. And I play a video. I download it off YouTube, but it's called Half Court Basketball Prank. And it's from the guys over at College Humor. And then I warn everybody when I start, I go, I'm going to determine whether or not you should be in the car business based on how hard you laugh at this video. And so as soon as I put that up there, immediately we break the ice because everybody's like, dang, that was kind of evil what happened, but it was funny. And I'm like, okay, well, evil and funny means you can be in the car business. We're doing well. So if they're sitting there offended by this prank that one person did on another, where there was no physical damage or anything, it's not like we beat them over the head with a bat and said, haha, it's fun. But no, in that capacity, as soon as they watch it, they start laughing, the environment changes. And anyone that's the old car dog that's there, the new guys typically don't have bad habits to unwind. You don't have to detrain to train. Right. But with the new guys, I immediately start and I say, look, you've been in the business for a while. And then they go, yeah. And I said, all I want you to do is find one thing that I'm going to remind you that you stopped doing from back in the day. And as soon as I took it away from what is this jerk going to try to tell me to, oh, I don't have to listen to everything. I'm just trying to find it. But they automatically go, oh, and then they pay attention. But they have to listen to everything to find the one thing. And then they're going to grab some of the stuff that I do that no other trainer does in order to force engagement. And then all of a sudden they're like, that'll work, that'll work, that'll work. And so it helps me in that capacity. So lighten the mood, explain, then I'll explain my previous success as to why the owner is spending money to bring me in, right? And then I tell them just look for the one thing. We got that on City Slickers. Right?
Yeah.
It's the one thing.
The one thing.
Yes.
Now, I know that you're a rock star and you're the king of car sales. Have you done sales training or sales in some other industries also, or no?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime there's somebody that has they're running ads or doing something virtually and they need to bring somebody into the brick and mortar. So I've done dentist office. I've done chiropractic offices. I do mortgage loan people that are there. I do eBay companies, believe it or not, because a lot of their transaction is only through Messenger. Yeah. And so you got to fix a lot of that stuff. And so one of my big success points was the fact that I went into an eBay company. A friend of mine owns a very large website company, and it's not Ken. And then he told me, he goes, hey, can you come in and talk to my person and do a training? I said, for you, I'll do it. Absolutely. Went in, trained the whole staff. They videotaped it. We did it on a Saturday for like 6 hours. The owner said, I'm leaving to go back to China without the coronavirus. And so this was years ago. And then he said, I'm going to come back. So when he came back, he goes, okay, I want you guys to meet me. Let's go to lunch. He brought in all the supervisors. Everybody sat around this huge table. And he said, so tell me, how many complaints were we getting every day before Joe trained? And they were like, we get probably 25 to 30 escalations from our reps that we have to get involved in. And he goes, okay, so what has it gone down to, or is it increased? And they said, we don't have any more escalations. And he said, what? And I interrupted. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? What happened? And they said, no, we get 0. You taught us how to empower our people up to a certain point. Once they learned they could handle something for a client, they wouldn't piss off the client and then just give them to me. And so we established the boundaries, we established the right things to say, and it moved right on. But
what do you think is some of the mindset, kind of intrapersonal, like between our ears? What are some of the blockages when we don't listen or we don't implement, or some of the folks that, you know, might not fully take your sales training to heart? What is it? Fear of failure? Is it ego? What's going on there?
no, I'll tell you, like 9 times out of 10, it's ego, right? And I tell everybody, I know the car business is built on ego. I know sales has to have some element of ego in it that's there, but I say ego stands for edging gross out of your deal. And so because your ego is going to cost you more than it's going to help you to get somebody, right? The servant attitude in a sales process will get you more than I'm the man and you're nothing. So that's the way I look at it. But again, it is checking their ego. And so it just matters, have you done it before? And what is my confidence level in my training and my ability? Even my trainers that walk in, every trainer I have has walked the walk and done it. So they're the experts on teaching that and training that. So they look and laugh. They're like, dude, I can jump into your CRM and find you 4 deals today, right? Let me log in and I'll go call people up and I'll save 2-3 deals that you've walked out of here in the last 7 days. And then, so the person's like, or like, especially with phone training, we go, okay, so I go all over the nation, train all these dealerships. I walk in and go, you get 10 sales calls. They're about inventory. It's not somebody going, hi, I need service, right? Because that's our big complaint. And then they go, yeah. And I go, how many appointments do you set? And they go, 2 to 3. And I go, okay, so if you did 4 to 5, would it help you? They're like, yeah, that would be great. So as soon as I got you to acknowledge there's an opportunity, then I tell you, just read my call guide and you'll get 6.5, right? So 6 people in a midget, but you'll get 65% of your phone pops will convert to an appointment if you read it. If you believed me, the highest we got was 84%. So 8 out of 10 phone calls. If you believe me, your tone and inflection is right, and you use the right words over the phone, you're going to cash in. And that's why I always say cash in on your calls. Those people are so much hotter than the other people that are just emailing you and hiding behind a computer.
Well, that's where I was going to go next, is that most, not in the car business maybe, but certainly in the speaker, expert, consultant business, everybody wants to send an email. Everybody wants to hit them on LinkedIn. Hey, can we talk about what? All those things are so easy to ignore. And of course, then you say, well, I'm going to call them, but 90% of the time I'm going to get voicemail. So talk about the calling, the bravery of actually picking up the phone and having a human-to-human connection versus hiding behind the electronics and the email and all that.
So I like to combine it all, right? Again, put an email in because some people actually work with email, right? And so that's the only way you're going to get a hold of some of these people. But if I can find a cell phone number, text first with my name, asking if it's okay to text, then I dial. If they're using an iOS device, it pops up on their screen and says maybe Joe instead of saying unknown number, right? And so as soon as I did that, that's a hack for everybody in sales. If you got their cell phone number, text, hi, it's Joe. Is it okay if we text today? Wait 1 minute and then dial. And then they're going to go, who's Joe? Why do I not remember this guy? What is, and then they answer the phone. So you can get up to 50% answering. But when you look at that, I want the numbers to work for me. So have a compelling message, right? Especially in the car business, we always call and go, I have great news. They know we're lying. Stop it. Okay. It's not. It's just simply, hey, look, it's Joe over here. I need to talk to you about this vehicle that you have. Give me a call back. My key in getting people to call back is I tell you, so I'd go, David, it's Joe over here at ABC Motors. I'm calling about your 2015 Explorer. So it's important we speak today. Give me a call back. If I don't hear back from you in 2 hours, I'll try you again. Right? And then 2 hours from now, I will call you. By the time I get to the 3rd time I'm calling you, you're like, damn, he's really going to keep calling me. Right. So then I have to do that. So then you're going to get a call back. Up to 30% of the people will call you back.
Yeah.
So, but I do apologize. I am outside and they just texted and said they're ready. So I appreciate you. Thank you for doing this. Have a great day.
All right. Off he goes. Off he goes to go sell something. How many folks right now, right here, they could be on this live stream video? Maybe you're on Facebook, maybe you're on YouTube, maybe you're on Periscope. How many of you know that you really should be selling right now? Just comment. How many of you know in your heart that right now you should be selling something to someone? You should be doing a door opening step. You should be doing a follow-up step. You should be doing something to get one prospect one step closer to a sale, one step closer to a yes. That's the question. How many of you, you're watching this right now, if you want to hop in with me, get on camera like Ken did, get on camera like Joe did, getinherenow.com. It'll take you to StreamYard. StreamYard's going to ask for permission to use your camera and your microphone. You'll be here in the virtual studio with me. I'm going to bring you on camera, and we're going to have a little Q&A, little fireside chat. But I'm curious, in the comments, for the folks that are watching this or watching it on the replay, but I know we've got a good bunch of folks here live, how many of you know in your heart that you should be on the phone selling something to someone, or at least getting one step closer to a check? One step closer to a check. Maybe that's a door opening conversation, first follow-up, second follow-up, third follow-up, send a proposal, talk about the proposal, debrief the proposal, negotiate the fee, close the deal. Wherever you are in the phase of that sale, you could be moving that sale forward right now. But you're not, because you're here watching me. So just to be clear about this contest that we're doing, little banners floating across down here, share this video, like the video, likes, hearts, thumbs up, smiles, laughs, chuckles, whatever you want to put, little emojis on there. Tag me when you share it, comment interactively with me, and yes, you will win a copy of Do It Speaking, the advanced reader copy of Do It Speaking, collector's item. Once these are gone, these are gone. This is the advanced reader's copy, the super duper secret special edition. And we're doing a contest and we're doing a giveaway to make sure that these books get into your hands. And then you can market, maximize, and monetize your expertise. That's what that book is about. So go ahead and just pop in, share, like, tag me when you share it, throw some comments up here, win a copy of Do It Speaking. Okay, if you want to join me, we are live right here, right now. This is not a recording, unless, of course, you're watching the replay, in which case it is a recording. March 3rd, 2:33 Eastern Time. That is 1:33 Central Time. It is 12:33 Mountain Time. It is 11:33 a.m. Pacific Time for our friends in California and all the other crazy Super Tuesday states that are melting down right now. But if you want to hop in with me, getinherenow.com. Get in here now. Getinherenow.com. Getinherenow.com. Like I said, that'll take you to StreamYard. Share the camera, share the microphone, hop on with me, little split screen interview action. And I'd love to hear your questions or thoughts about sales and selling. Sales and selling. All right, I'm going to bust in while we're waiting for that. I'm going to bust into my buddy Mark Hunter's book. And Mark also has a new book. Mark Hunter's new book you need to know about. It's called A Mind for Sales. A Mind for Sales, which is all about what Joe and I were talking about. It's all about what Ken and I were talking about the mindset of a successful seller and the frameworks and the psychology and the confidence and the clarity that you need to really take charge of your sales career. I can't wait for that book to come out. Until that book comes out, you want to grab Mark Hunter's other book here, High Profit Prospecting. And let me walk you through the table of contents because this is so fantastic. No one likes prospecting. No one does prospecting. If you want to hop in here and join me while I'm going through this book, the link is Get In Here Now, getinherenow.com. So Mark starts out with basic truths of prospecting. Basic truths of prospecting. What does prospecting really mean? What's the difference between prospecting and social selling and using all these digital tools that we have at our disposal, whether that's video, things like BombBomb, direct messaging, video, LinkedIn, email, the myths and surprising facts about finding new customers, Major factors in successful lead generation. So those 3 chapters set the table for all the great prospecting strategies, tactics, tools, scripts, ideas that Mark has in this great book called High Profit Prospecting. Then we say preparation. The number one thing, the number one reason that you don't like to sell or you don't like to prospect is because you are an irrelevant pest. An irrelevant pest, and that's not good. So you want to do some pre-call preparation, some pre-contact preparation. Do your homework. Often that's only 5 or 10 minutes on their website or looking through some of the material that's freely available online. Planning for the high profit customer, and then fit the prospecting plan to your market. So know the channels in which they respond, know the channels in which they do not respond. And then, of course, there's tips, tools, and techniques. Time management. Are you prospecting or wasting your time? Are they prospects or merely suspects? Best practices for making the initial contact on page 73. And I see Peter has hopped in. Not sure I quite see your camera, but let's try this. And Peter, are you there?
I'm here. My camera should be on.
I see a big black square, but until you get that squared away.
You know what? I know why. It's on my the wrong camera.
Oh, okay. Do you want to get that tuned up and then come back with the right camera?
Crap. How do I do this?
I'll take you off because you'll be able to see yourself. There you go. I'll take you off until you get that squared away. And then when I see you in the thumbnail, then I'll know that your correct camera is ready to go. We'll bring you back on. But high profit prospecting for Mark Hunter, this absolutely needs to be in your sales library for sure. And if you want more than prospecting, of course, then my buddy Mark Hunter's first book, High Profit Selling, right? Win the sale without compromising on price. Because a lot of people they lowball themselves. So you might be selling, but you're not doing high profit selling. You're caving on price, making too many concessions, looking for love in all the wrong places. Sometimes my clients say to me in our Speaker Profit Formula program, they say, well, I can't raise my prices. Because my clients won't buy from me. And I say, yeah, I know, you're right. Your current clients, they won't buy from you. So as soon as you price yourself out of the broke market, you start to price yourself in to the premium market. And that's where we want you to be. So of course, you don't want to be selling to broke ass losers that can't afford your fees, can't afford your prices. You want to elevate and escalate your fees so that you're dealing with a higher quality prospect who's got higher quality problems that you're already brilliant at solving, and they will be able to see the value in what you're selling way more than the broke people who's like, I can't afford $200. I can't afford to do anything. When you price yourself out of the broke market, you literally price yourself into the premium market. And what I mean by that is that premium clients are expecting to pay premium fees. Let me repeat that. Premium clients are not only willing to pay premium fees, because they are, premium clients are willing, premium clients are able to pay premium fees. So far, that part you figured out. But here's the kicker. Premium clients are expecting to pay premium fees. So you will lose business if you're too cheap. I'm going to repeat that. You will lose business if you're too cheap. And Ken says, yes, if you sell to broke ass losers, you will be one. And that is absolutely the truth. If you sell to broke ass losers, you will become one. The moment that you reset your sights on premium clients who are willing, able, and listen for it, expecting to pay premium fees, fees are a filter for the kind of clients that you want to work with. Let me repeat that soundbite again. Fees are a filter for the type of clients that you want to work with. So you know what I'm talking about. Ken is here. Joe just went in to do some sales training. Peter, I think, is still working on his camera, or who knows what's happening there. Let's get the link back up here, just in case Peter doesn't get his camera situation squared away. Boom, there it is. Get in here now. GetInHereNow.com. Hop on with me. It is 2:40 U.S. Eastern Time, 2:40, Tuesday, March 3rd, Super Tuesday. If you want to hop in with me, GetInHereNow.com is a shortcut to this live broadcast happening right now. We're doing this via StreamYard. So when you go there, you're going to see the StreamYard screen. It's going to ask you to share your camera, share your microphone. You're going to get into the green room. I will see you pop into the green room, and I will bring you on camera so we can have a little strategic chat about sales, selling, prospecting, maybe your favorite sales books. I've shared some of my favorite sales books from my buddy Jeffrey Gitomer and Mark Hunter. And all of this is simply so that you get a beautiful, minty fresh, advanced reader copy of Do It Speaking for the folks that share this the most, like this the most, comment the most, and or coming on camera. So far, I think Ken and Joe and Peter, who made the attempt at least to come on camera, these are all points in the contest. And we're doing one giveaway while we're live, and we're doing a second giveaway. Wait for it. Boom. Second book is going out to the replay viewer who does all of these things. The most sharing, the most liking. Tag me when you share it so I can see where you shared it and see that you shared it, and comments, etc., etc. So two copies of Do It Speaking are being given away today to the folks that are engaging with this broadcast the most. If you want to join me live, GetInHereNow.com. Get in here now. GetInHereNow.com. Bring your butt in here. Get your butt in here. Come on in. All right. Meanwhile, while you're getting all of that squared away, let's talk about some of these other great books. Back to Gitomer Sales Manifesto this time. This is a big dose of kick butt. Kick butt. What I love about Jeffrey's books is they're always beautifully laid out. Typography, you can see the fonts, the call-outs, the visuals, the graphics. Some of the books have cartoons. Everything is in a list. Everything is easy to digest, beautifully laid out, nice heavy paper, color, slick, fun. This, you can take this with you. Bring this on your next business trip, throw it in your bag, read it on the plane, read it on the plane there, read it on the plane home. You will sell more when you land. You will sell more when you come back home. Sales Manifesto. Get your hands on this book as well. Plus, frankly, between you and me, I love the color. I love the color. Look, it matches. Just like GetInHereNow.com. Woo! And it matches the Do It Speaking, black, white, and red. Over here, oops, sorry. Over here, Do It Marketing, black, white, and red. There, what are we doing? There we go. There it is. Can't even get them on the screen at the same time. There it is. There it is. See? Boom, 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 boom. Black, white, and red, people. All the best books are black, white, and red. Seriously. Even my man, Mark Hunter, is doing the same thing. Black, white, and red. I want you to think about that. When you come out with your book, it should be black, white, and red. R-E-D, R-E-A-D. It should be red. Get it? Red? Okay. Bad jokes aside, if you want to hop on with me, and we'll do this here for another maybe 5 or 10 minutes, hop on. The link to get into this broadcast right now, 2:44 Eastern Time, Tuesday, March 3rd. GetInHereNow.com. I'm going to hide that thing. There we go. Can you guys see? Is this like touching my chin, or I'm not sure where that bar is on your screen. On my screen, I'm kind of like trying to keep my head above the bar. And again, boom, you are watching the David Newman Network. That's right. It is DNN breaking news, not CNN, but DNN. DNN breaking news. Crazy, crazy stuff. Okay. So if you want to join me live, GetInHereNow.com. It's now 2:45, Tuesday, March 3rd. Let's talk about sales, selling, all that good stuff. And Ken says you shared it on LinkedIn too. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. If you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, But if you're watching the replay and you know in your heart of hearts that you're stalling, you're delaying, you're procrastinating, you should be selling something to someone. And guess what I'm going to do? When I'm done with this broadcast, I have a list of calls, not emails, phone calls, phone calls to prospects, people that are in my pipeline, people that are ready to buy, should have bought, need to buy, and I'm going to ring them up. I have to start using the phone more. You have to start using the phone more as well. I'm just telling you, this is how it is. If you're not using the phone, you're not opening up enough meaningful sales conversations with people that you know you can help, you are abdicating your sales responsibility. Let me repeat that now that my lips are working correctly. If you are not picking up the phone and connecting with people that you know you can help, every word of that is really important. You're not doing enough phone prospecting and phone relationship building with people that you know you can help, then your business is not as successful as it can be. And I see Peter is now back. So let's bring Peter on.
Hi.
Boom, there he is.
Nice
How
to
are you,
meet you.
sir? Nice to see you as well. We've been having speaking of email, you're one of the guys I probably should have called, frankly. I probably should have called, but I was too chicken.
I don't call you because I'm not ready for you yet, but I'm.
Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. But tell us about sales and selling in your world.
In a lot of different scenarios, we say get oriented. Half my time is I teach full time remotely for Northeastern. So getting all these gigs over the last 20 years is constantly selling. So I'd go up to annual conferences out of my own pocket at the university. Now they pay for that. So now I have a base. And in fact, coming out of that, I now have my program idea, and it's going to be slogging. My background is in a lot of it's in consulting. So it was slogging. You call
Right.
it, and you go and you visit, and you speak, and you do yada, yada, yada.
Right.
I have probably learned more about sales from you. I'm very serious about this. I was so grateful to you. In the last, I guess I've been watching you for 2 years now. I spent most of the time working a dissertation. Dissertation's done, so now it's time to get serious. My son just went to work for New York Life. I'm sorry, to a life insurance company.
Yeah.
So he's now doing sales, and the same kind of relationship building you talking about. Meeting people, you don't know where the leads are going to come from. You don't know who knows who. And my problem is it's such a big world, and you talk about it all the time, is narrowing it down.
Right.
And your advice has been great of how probably is the best way for me to go about it. But again, now that I think I have my program, something to hang on,
Right.
now we can go on, okay, what's in it for them, and laying it out.
And Peter, when you say consulting, what area are we consulting in? Is it leadership? Is it
It was in strategic planning. I worked for a Big 8 for several years, or Big 4 for several years. Strategic planning, mostly really strategic planning. That kind of work has really changed. And frankly, if I never did a consulting project again, I'd be very happy.
right?
I'm still doing webinars, seminars. I mean, as a teacher, both remotely, online, as well as teaching ground live classes. That's the most fun in the world. Personally, if I could supplement, I have a nice base so I can eat. Supplement that with speaking, writing, have the new book at hand, and what you've talked about, the book and all the add-ons to it, the webinars, the add-on other materials to free. I mean, everything you talk about, all these pieces. So I have the pieces. It's finishing up, articulating it very clearly, so the potential customers say they got it. So I pick up the phone and I get them on. If I get somebody on the phone, I have my 20 seconds. Does this possibly sound of interest? Should we continue?
Right. And, I think you put your finger on something really important, which is a good sales conversation is just offer value, invite engagement. You've heard me say that a zillion times, but it's really about connecting with people and inviting them to a conversation about how you can help.
Yes. Yes.
And if we reframe sales that way, it's like, well, do you like helping people? Yeah. Do you like doing the work that helps them? Yeah. Do you like getting paid? Yeah. Okay. So let's invite more people to a conversation on how you can help them. And some will say, you know what? I'm good. No, thanks. Or not now. No simply means not now. And that's another reframe that I think people, oh, I'm afraid of rejection. I never get rejection. I get delayed. That's about all. So, because if you reframe it, that of course they need you, of course they want you, but maybe they're not ready. Maybe there's a budget issue. Maybe there's a transition. Maybe there's coronavirus. Maybe there's all kinds of crazy stuff right now that's a bigger priority than what you can help them with. If you stay in their world and you keep adding value, it's going to be really hard to ignore you.
And sooner or later, it may not be, you just don't know. My son, starting with life insurance several months ago, it's similar kind of message, building relationships. And what you've taught, when my son talks to me, the training he gets, it's the same things. You talk about it in more detail, but the same themes. You're helping people. That's what I told him. As an insurance agent, you got to make numbers, but it's about helping people.
Right.
And their push, as a matter of fact, is not to close on the first meeting with a client, potential client, but start. What do they need? What are they looking for? Where are they at? Then you move into how we might be able to help you.
Right.
But that's how they sell, and that's why the company's been around 175 years.
Right, for sure. For sure.
You've been around whatever number of years doing this. You will know when I get my first big hit. Hopefully by the summer, fall.
I like it. Now, so you've been following in the Do It Marketing book, and you also have the new book?
Of course.
Of course. Of course I do. Hey, there it is. Fantastic.
I'm in Philadelphia. I'm coming to visit, get an autograph.
Very nice. We can totally arrange that. We'll do either a Starbucks date, bourbon date, something or other.
Whatever you like.
I like it. Now, where are you based now?
I live in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, beautiful. How about that?
Anytime you want to come down, let me know.
Very nice.
Hospitality, good hotels.
Cool. So when do we start calling you doctor?
As of last May, actually.
Oh, so it's done.
It's done. It's done. It's done.
Impressive. That is very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm curious, what made you want to go back later in life and pick up the PhD?
That was driven by to compete, to market. In the business programs, having a doctorate makes you more marketable. They need it for accreditation purposes. So there's things I can do. So I oversee 2 classes, for example, as what they call a master teacher, because I have a doctorate. I can do that. The people actually on the ground teaching have a master's level. They have a lot more experience in a lot of ways than I do. But for certain academic purposes, I come in.
Right.
So I've got a whole lot of crap out there. It's been sorting it out and saying, one for teaching, but also now, how do we make this a marketable program where somebody would want to move? So we have the minimally viable entrepreneur concept.
Nice.
It builds off the minimally viable product. If you're familiar with the lean startup.
Sure, the MVP.
MVP. Well, a friend of mine came up with the minimally viable entrepreneur, and he said, "Yeah, you can use it. Just mention my name."
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take care of him. So
yeah. Great. Well, I have a huge, long question from Daryl, and Peter, I'd love you to answer it because I can answer it. It doesn't mean much coming from me. Daryl says, "I have a question. I listened to your Do It Speaking audiobook about 8 times now." Yikes. Okay. Thank you. I love it. I even got the physical book. But my question is, I'm thinking of buying your Do It Marketing audiobook. Does it cover the same information as Do It Speaking? And Peter, what do you think?
Some overlap, if I recall, but there's a lot of new material.
That is a great way to put it.
So yeah, I mean,
I would say maybe even
more. The
15%,
world changed a bit.
15, 20%. But those core principles are core marketing, sales, and business growth principles. So Daryl, listen, dude, if you've listened to it 8 times and you want to get the second book, the reinforcement 8 more times of that core 15%, it's only going to help you. So there's your answer. But it is about 15% overlap.
This is my David Newman file.
Oh my goodness. So what all is in there?
Some of them your programs, some of it from 1 or 2 of the other people you've recommended. David Garland, is it?
Sure. Yeah.
One, ideas, notes. What the hell else is in here? Stuff I've just collected, but it's all related to the same themes and how do we take this to and make this something worthwhile.
Right. Very exciting. Michael Moore has a question about where are you teaching?
Oh, me? Northeastern University's primary. I'm half-time there in the what's called the College of Professional Studies, which is the division which is non-traditional learners, so to speak, adult learners. So we've got a lot of international students. I have people who are mid-career in their 40s, 50s who do not have a bachelor's degree for whatever reason.
Yeah.
In director levels at major companies, and they've reached a point where they were told, you need to get your bachelor's.
Yeah.
And we also offer master's degrees and some doctoral programs also, make a very long story short. I also teach at Washington State sometimes, and College at Charleston, which is a small liberal arts college here in Charleston.
And Northeastern and the other one, those are all virtual.
It's all virtual. Northeastern's in Boston, Washington State's in Pullman, Washington. Right. In fact, I was teaching at Northeastern for 4 years before I first set foot on the campus. I'd never been there.
There you go. Well,
and I haven't been to Pullman, Washington yet.
Right. Michael Moore is another PhD. We got a lot of PhDs here. I'm the only non-PhD apparently on this call right now.
You can do it. You can do it virtual. Like
full time. Dr. Newman to surgery. Dr. Newman to surgery.
To paraphrase someone else, I'm a doctor, but not the kind who can help people.
Yeah, very nice. I like that. Awesome. Now, Mike says, FYI, my Newman collection is 121 gigabytes on my computer. That's pretty impressive. Although I gotta hand it to Peter with like the gigantic paper file.
I took a lot of stuff out, which I'm trying to cut back on.
Right.
Sometimes to keep it organized, I sometimes need to lay things out.
It's amazing. It's really great.
As much as I try, I still think that way.
Yeah. I'm a huge paper guy. I mean, God bless the folks that are doing the audio books and the Kindle books, and they're selling like hotcakes. I need paper. I need, this is why I'm holding up all these crazy books. I got this, I got my Mark Hunter. I will download a Kindle book, but I never get around to reading it because my brain doesn't think, oh, let me read something. I'll go to my device.
Yeah, you know what you mean. I don't know. I don't have one right now. I keep thinking about it, but
yeah.
My big improvement this year was I have 2 monitors now. That was my big investment, and it's been a huge help for me.
It's like you're flying a starship. You got stuff happening here, stuff happening here.
Took me a couple hours to figure out how to set it up, and now it works, and I love it. For my purposes, it works very well. And as I get into writing the book, the minimally competent entrepreneur, minimally viable entrepreneur, that will be very helpful.
Right. No, I love that. That's great. And Michael Moore says that he is in the digital age. He says, I read them on my phone.
That's really good.
I was trapped on a plane. Of course, we're all trapped on a plane generally. You go for the Wi-Fi, and that's when I read my Kindle books. Is when I'm on a plane.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
You can keep more books that way.
Exactly.
Less crap to
all
carry.
Right. Well, this has been so fantastic, Peter. Thank you for hopping on. This was great fun to have a little face time.
Yeah, always.
And I'll be doing more of these, so kind of keep an eye out. And I really appreciate you being such a fantastic student and future prospective.
That's what we're getting towards.
There you go. That's what we're aiming for. I'm honored that I'm on your goal list.
Oh yeah.
That's
Because that means I've accomplished something, so I've got enough framework to go with your folks, you or your folks, and say, okay, this is where I am. So there's something you guys have. That's why I say I'm not ready for you yet.
Right.
So I've got something to wrap your hands around, which may get blown apart after they get done with you guys, but that's okay.
That's okay. You know, we walk before we run, before we fly.
That's okay. I can deal with that.
Awesome. All right, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you hopping on.
Thank you. Great talking to you.
All
Great
right.
talking to you.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Well, there it was, my friends. What a great show. Totally fantastic. I'm really grateful to Ken and Joe and Peter for hopping on. I'm not sure where the ladies are. Where are the women? I'm going to say something horribly sexist right now, just based on my women clients. I think this is true after speaking with them. They're like, oh, no, but I need to put on makeup and I got to get, you know, my eyeballs in and I got to get dressed and I got to do. This is it, my friends. This is all I got. So I turn on the camera. I say, hey, let's go. We're going in. You want to look presentable, but trust me, you don't need to be pretty. I am case in point, #1 case study that you do not need to be pretty. Yeah, that could be actually. Michael has a point there. They're out selling. Where are the women? The women are out building relationships. The women are out networking with their next batch of prospects and clients. They are out selling and closing deals. That's where the women are. But yeah, I'd love to get some women on to the live broadcasts as well. I did this about maybe 10 days ago, and my client and friend Susan McCustion came on. No makeup, just sitting around on a Saturday morning, totally casual. We had a great chat about her new diversity summit that's going on right now. All right, well, you're awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for the contest winner. We're going to have a live contest winner, and that's wrapping up right here, right now, to get a copy of the Do It Speaking Advanced Reader copy. And then for the replay, folks, probably tomorrow, I'll announce the person that shared it, tagged it, and again, the instructions are down here. Share, like, hearts, thumbs up, all those great things. Tag me when you share it, throw some comments in, and you will win the replay version of the contest, and you will also get a advanced reader copy of the Do It Speaking book. Okay, go sell something, go make something happen, go serve some people and help some people because they need what you do. They need what you do, and they're waiting for you to call. They're waiting for you to call. They're waiting by the phone for you to call and offer the help that you're already brilliant at providing. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.